The holidays start here at Baker's with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. Make creamy mac and cheese or a spinach artichoke fondue from our selection of Murray's cheese. No matter how you shop, Baker's has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
You're finally at that hot new spot, the one your friends keep raving about, sitting across from your date. It's going...
Another round?
Really well. And that dish you've been dying to try, oh, it's headed your way. You can smell it, hear it sizzling fresh off that skillet as it comes closer, and served. Go ahead, enjoy. After your phone sneaks a bite first. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. And now, please welcome the creator and host of the show, Story Smash, Christine Blackburn.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. We're going to have a fabulous evening. And let me now introduce to you the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, including a new topic, pandemic. And when the contestant comes up, they'll spin the wheel, whatever they land on. In the first round, they'll tell a true 1-minute story. There's also a space that says free. If the contestant lands on free, then they can choose any topic on the wheel. There's also 3 topics that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, I know it's very exciting. That's when you guys come into play and you can shout out your very favorite storytelling topics, and one of our expert judges will choose it to be the contestant's topic. All right, you guys, are you ready to play this game? Yeah. All right, let's bring on your very first expert judge. Yeah, he's a comedian and a writer. He wrote on At Midnight for the entire run of its show, and he's also a broadcaster for the LA Derby Dolls. He's also one of the funniest people you will ever follow on Twitter. Please welcome the amazing Blake Apache. All right, you guys, this next expert judge, she's a comedian and an actress. She's written 13 one-woman shows. What? 13 one-woman shows, and she's been in festivals all over the world, actually. And she's also currently working on a new TV series based on her own life called Unprepared for Life, an almost true story, except for the good parts. Those had to be made up. Please welcome the fabulous Cynthia Levin! All right. And this final judge, you guys, he's a writer who wrote on the entire season, the entire run of the Emmy Award-winning Modern Family. It ran for 11 years. He worked on it the entire time. And he's also the author of the book I hold in my left hand. He started it, my Twitter war with President Donald Trump. This guy has 5 Emmys, and he'll never let us forget it. Please put your hands together for Danny Zucker! All right, you guys, how's everybody feeling? This is exciting. I'm just so glad you're all back. Danny and Blaine, it's been a while since the two of you have been together.
I know.
Yeah, and we hate each other.
No. We're like the
I'm
Eagles.
kidding, we like each
We're
other.
the Eagles of comedy.
Interesting.
We were originally the Silver Eagles of comedy.
How was your Thanksgiving, you guys?
Mine was great.
Was it?
Yeah, I went to a restaurant, went to Tam O'Shanter's. Anybody been there? Tam, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
Who's laughing at that? It was really good.
Yeah.
Damn it. Turkey dinner, of course.
Oh, they have a turkey
right.
dinner on Thanksgiving. That's nice.
That's right. I'm a murderer. So there's that.
Hey,
Danny-
ask me what I had last time I was at Tam O'Shanter.
What did you have last time you were at Tam O'Shanter's?
Food poisoning.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
Incredible.
I love that place, too. I felt betrayed.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Jenny, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I gave smallpox to indigenous people.
Sure.
So that was fun.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm just thrilled you're all here. Cynthia, welcome to the show. This is your first time judging, and I know you're judgmental. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's going to work well.
No. Just about your tennis, Christine. No.
Yeah, that's true. Cynthia
Awful.
and I
No, I'm
play
kidding.
a little
I suck, and she's actually good.
a little tennis now and then
Yeah.
is what we do.
I know.
You guys, we're going to play 3 rounds of the story tonight.
Holy shit.
Yeah. The first round is a true 1-minute story. 1 minute.
One.
Contestants, the clock is, that's your responsibility. I can't help you once you're on this stage, okay? Then the second round, we do the same thing, but it's a 2-minute story.
Oh, my God. That's like twice as much story.
Twice as much story. And then
Two.
you guys have the very difficult decision to choose 2 people to go into the final third round. The third round, which is a true 3-minute story.
Holy fuck.
So there's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
And again, contestants, don't go over your time, because if you go over your time, Willie, what are they going to hear? Wow. Yeah. See, I mean, the story's over. We're going to go right to the judges, and that's just the way. We're going to cut the mic is what we'll do. Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's intense.
And that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, wait, one more thing. You guys are judging on 3 things: the story that they tell, the time, and then the ability to stay on the topic. That's what you're judging on. What do they win? Look at that. Questions from the audience.
Wow. Fascinating
I
question.
know. Well, they win my homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, those are good. They're good.
They're really good.
Those are no joke. Those are good cookies.
Yeah,
They
no
will
joke.
set off the K9 units.
That's all the news I have. I'm very excited. We do have an audience member playing. They'll come in. I don't know when.
When you pick audience.
When we pick the audience member, they're going to come in. So we'll see how that works. And that's it. That's my news. I do want the contestants to know that we do fact check every story. Thank you. All right, you guys, come to the stage right now for a true 1-minute story to kick off this entire show. There's nothing on this piece of paper. There's
Oh, my
nothing on
God.
that.
Is that audience?
That is the craziest
God.
thing. How exciting. There's nothing on this piece of paper.
Oh my God! Is this
You
the right
guys?
place? What's the location?
Where
are
are
we?
Boom ba.
Where are my PAs? This. Okay, no, I can't. I'm not going to pull the audience first. I don't think it's right.
No.
No, it feels wrong.
Although
It
it feels
feels
right.
wrong.
It feels right. I'm just saying.
All right, you guys.
The new kid says it's right. Let's do it.
This guy coming to the stage right now. Let's hear it, Willie. This contestant, he's performed stand-up here at the Improv, the Comedy Store, Flappers, Haha Comedy Club. Plus, he has his own podcast called The Clifford Nagorski Show. And he has no plans of retiring anytime soon. And he's been quoted as saying, "I have no plans of retiring anytime soon."
Wow.
Please welcome the very talented Clifford Nagorski! Come on up, Clifford! All right, you guys, let's tell Clifford what to do.
Spin that
that
wheel.
This wheel spin brought to you by Tushy for the wettest balls at work. Tushy.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Pets.
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 I have 5 pets. I have 5 turtles. I got them. They're all gay, I think. They're from Boyle Heights. I saw an ad on Facebook. Some guy looking to get rid of 5 turtles. They're all named after characters from Friends: Phoebe, Ross, Monica, and the rest of the gang. And I called him up. I'm like, I'm interested in the turtles. And he acted like these turtles were tearing the house up. He was like, "Oh my goodness, these turtles, they're a mess. They're swinging from the chandeliers." He made them sound like they were just very destructive turtles. And he had to get rid of them at any cost. So I went down there, I picked up the turtles. I lost one of the turtles. I think it was Phoebe. Phoebe is gone, and no one cares. You know, there's 1,000 signs for missing dogs, and everyone cries and wants to die inside when they find out someone's little dog is missing.
Clifford Nagorski. Clifford Nagorski. Stay right here, brother. No, Clifford, come on back, brother. Okay, yeah, so that would be the smash sound, but I like the music too. It's good. That was a great story. Go ahead, blanket patch.
I loved it. It was especially in this holiday season. Just 5 gay turtles has a real religious kind of caroling ring to it. I loved it because I also love Demet's turtles. I ate all 3 today and got real sick, so it took me back. Thanks for that. It's the missing one's probably been eaten by coyotes by now. But really, who rescued who?
Yeah.
I think you did a good thing. I'm going to give you 15.
There is no points in this game.
Well, there are now.
Fair
15.
enough. Danny Zucker. Danny.
I'm going to give you 30. I didn't care for the story at all. But
Don't pay attention.
You're getting all 30 points because if I had to draw from just an imagination a person who would look online for turtles, it would be you. You look like a turtle connoisseur, and I did like the whole idea of the friends, and like Phoebe's very classic Phoebe, classic Phoebes.
Yeah.
So yes, 30 points.
30 points. Cynthia Levin.
I like your look. I thought it really helped your story a lot. I thought it was amazing how you came up with 5. You have a pet story with 5 turtles, and that they had a story with named after the friends, which I'm concerned about you as a human being about that. But I think that's cool, and that you lost Phoebe is rude, by the way, and that you don't seem to care that much. But I do get you with the dog thing, and that people should care more.
Yeah.
And I just would love an ending, a little bit more acted out, a little bit more emotion, less marijuana. But I think that you are. I would give it 40. That's it. If you're going to do it, if you're going to play that, I'll give you 40.
All right, Clifford Nagorski, let him hear it.
Well done, Clifford.
I thought it was a great way to kick off the show. I really enjoyed the story.
Yeah, no, turtle death.
Fair enough.
There's
Turtles.
no better
death.
way to start a show.
There's nothing on this piece of paper. What the heck, guys? Who stacked my bucket?
1776.
All right, there we go. We got this. All right, you guys. Now, this next talent, she is a writer and a comedian who hosts many of her own shows. And she also has she's written several of her own books, including this book I hold right here called Sugar Baby Club. Look how thick that is. It is damn good. I read the entire thing. Took me 4 weeks. No, I'm kidding. It was a great book. She's very talented. Put your hands together for Teresa Lowe. Teresa! Woo! All right. Okay, you guys, let's tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel. Wow.
That's a spin.
It's been brought to you by Crazy Glue Band-Aids. They're not going anywhere. Crazy Glue Band-Aids.
That's time, I'm pretty
This
sure.
is a
That's pretty much
crazy
it.
long spin.
Oh my gosh, pets. How exciting.
Pets. All right.
Well, look, a lot of people have had them,
All right, so I adopted a 9-year-old cat. And when I got her from the shelter, though, she was hanging out in a cage thing by herself, and I was like, oh, I want this cat, and they're like, oh, no, you can't take it. And I was like, why? That seems kind of weird. And they're like, oh, okay, she just has a skin problem. And I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. So I took her home, and then I took her home, and then she just kept drooling, and then her eyes were emitting all this pus and stuff, and I was like, what is wrong with her? And so I took her to the vet, and they're like, oh, your cat has herpes. Yeah, I was like, I had this slutty cat, so that's what I took home. But then it turned out that herpes in cats is permanent, and so that's why they wouldn't let me take her originally, but they told me it was a skin problem, so they gave me this little bit of ointment. But no, she has permanent herpes. Her eyes just constantly emit this nasty pus. I have 10 seconds, and I'll just keep talking about this herpes until the time runs out. But cat herpes burns their eye. Oh, that's it. That's the end.
Wow, that's exciting. I didn't even know about cat herpes myself. Danny Zucker.
I mean, herpes in general is permanent, whether it's for cats or otherwise. No, I mean I guess in a lot of ways you're a hero for adopting such an infected cat. Reminds me of a little story of my own. I'm recently separated, and but I'm still on my vet's list for to call me. And he called me. I didn't know my dog was sick, and he's called me. Hey, I just want to let you know Tessa's okay. And I said, oh, I didn't know she was sick. What's wrong? And she's like, it's nothing. She has an infected vagina. And then reflexively, because I've been out of a comedy room for a while, I asked, oh, should I get tested? And so now I need a new vet. So 75 points.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Blank a patch.
I'm going to give you another 75 points for going through Danny's answer. I'm also going to give you another 75 points on top of that for vamping on cat herpes.
Yeah, that's
You don't
good.
see that a lot, but you see it Saturday night here at the Improv, you guys. Give it up for everybody here at the
That's
club.
what's happening.
I'm giving you another 75 points for the phrase emitting pus. And another 75 for saying it twice. But really, you guys, who rescued who?
Cynthia Levin.
So I'm just curious, when did you get rid of it? How quickly?
The herpes or the cat?
The cat. Come on.
I still have her. I love her so much.
All right. Anyway, it's all bullshit. All right. So that's all right. That's all right. It's good for the story. That's all right, Jared. No, I love a good herpes story. I've never had it, so I miss that experience. So
You got to try it.
I know. I do.
Great.
And it seems to happen to people who are really clean, whatever, straight lives, and then they go and fuck around. Did that happen to you? So yeah, I see what you're saying. You know what I mean? And then you just end up getting it. It's a terrible thing. It didn't happen to me, but it happened to people.
No, in
Danny?
the commercials, they're windsurfing. They're leading very active lives.
Tell your cat it can still surf.
I wish I had herpes.
I will.
What's your cat's name again?
Her name is Tango.
With a K or a T? Kango?
Tango.
Oh, Tango. Yeah, she can get out there and tango. It's not a problem.
right.
Even with that vagina situation. Anyway, but I loved it. I thought you were right on the money. I thought you nailed it, and I love the crash at the end. I know it's not your fault, but it sounded good in your face. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and give you 47 points. That's right. 47.
All right, you guys. Teresa Lowe, let her hear it. Teresa Lowe. All right, you guys. We're going to call up the third contestant in the first round. Coming up right now, you guys.
I hope it's pets.
To tell a true 1 minute story is, what the fuck is, you guys, are you messing with me? Coming up right now to tell a true, a true 1 minute fucking story. 1 minute story. I swear to God, Blaine. Okay, true 1 minute story. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this contestant. She's a new friend of mine who I met, and here we go. Look at that. They call her Chocolate Golden Girl.
My nickname.
That's what they
my
call
nickname.
her. And she hails from New York, and she had a television show called Inspirational Moments with Winifred in San Francisco for 10 years. How about that? Now
Whoa.
she lives here in Los Angeles. Please welcome the very talented Winifred Elam. Winifred, there she is. I'll switch you places. All right, you guys, let's tell Winifred what to do.
Spin that wheel. A rare double spin.
This has been brought to you by Lysol Wipes. A great way to wipe Lysol on things. Lysol Wipes.
Drunk tank.
Drunk tank.
Drunk tank.
Drunk tank.
Drunk
tank.
Okay. The only time I ever got drunk was when I went out with some cosmetic people.
Oh, I can't do it. Sorry.
From Macy's. We were celebrating. I actually drank 5 Godiva martinis. They were fabulous. They were better than dating a man, okay? I sat there and I drank, and I'm not a drinker. And that night we were celebrating me leaving. And the next thing I knew, I couldn't get up from the table. I had to get someone to help me. And I said, you never want to get drunk again. It's not ladylike. You're too classy for that, Winifred. So I actually was embarrassed about that whole situation. I never told anyone about it.
All right, Winifred alum. She hit it 54 seconds. She had a few seconds to spare, but what the heck?
Price is Right rules. As long as you're like under the thing, you're fine.
That's exactly right. I heard no smashing, so I think she's fine. Blaine.
Well, that was great you came in under time because everybody else went way over you guys. Yeah. We talked about this in rehearsal. I love that you had 5 martinis and and Clifford had 5 turtles. There seems to be a theme coming in here. We're also going to have some stuff coming up from the letters A and R. I think I would like to hear more about how you were at a party involved with Macy's, because I know I've been at a couple of Nordstrom's parties that have spilled over. Oh, at a bar?
The Gold Dust.
The Gold Desk?
The Gold Dust.
The Gold Dust?
Yeah.
For a Macy's party.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's some Rat Pack shit, you guys. Gold Dust party for the Macy's employees. I'm glad you didn't have a photocopy in your butt thing at the end. Look out, he's got a knife. That's it, 5,000 points.
Cynthia Levin. Cynthia.
Okay, Winifred, I like everything about you. I like your name. You're welcome, and I love your accent. That's so much fun. Thank God for that shit that it still lingers on. I like it a lot. My favorite thing is that you went out with cosmetic girls, cosmetic people.
Yeah, I did makeup for a living.
Oh, okay, and they're fun?
Yeah.
They're the people you absolutely want to get drunk with.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the first and last time. Did they ask you questions after that? Did they?
No, I will never do that again.
Oh, my
I
God.
felt really embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink like that. I like to be in control.
Okay.
And when you drink and get like that, you're out of control.
Right.
You might bring in people home. Or
right,
anybody.
exactly. So you've had nobody at your house?
No, just me.
Yeah, that's a shame. Anyway, so when we keep it together too much, we have empty areas. It's terrible. Anyway, Winifred, I did love your story. I think you jammed right into it. I saw the whole visual of it all. I dug it, and I'm going to give you 100. There you are.
Okay. All right, Danny Zucker.
I mean, you and I have had very similar stories. Like, I had that one time where I got drunk and regretted it and then developed a 10-year cocaine habit. So it's a little bit different, but you learned a better lesson from it than I did. And you were with the Macy's cosmetic people, and they're no joke. Because I remember walking through Macy's to get to Penn Station, and I remember, I had a little shortcut, and it was like snipers, like, must for men, and you was just dodging, getting sprayed by, I still have, I was really in the shit. And you brought that up for me. I will give you 98,000 points. Yeah, there you go.
It's a lot of points. Give her a hand, you guys. Winifred alum. That was a great story. And then I know what's going to be in this bucket. Well, first of all, what the hell? You guys, there's like 25 people playing. Okay, I know who it is. It's the audience member. So Jim Coughlin, come on up and give Danny the bucket. And then Danny is going to tell us who's playing this game.
Whoever it is, don't fuck us over. Be good, okay? Here we go. Wow, there's a lot of names today. Okay. Alina Madison, come on down. You're the next contestant on Story Smash.
Now, you guys, we're going to give her a lot of love because this is not easy. Here she comes. Alina Madison, let her hear it, you guys. All right, you guys, tell her what to do.
Spin that
wheel.
It's been brought to you by Ape Shit. When you gotta go something, go Ape Shit. From the makers of Jump in the Lake and Fuck Yourself. Stick around after Story Smash for So You Think You Can Dance, followed immediately by So You Thought You Could Dance.
Okay, she landed on Drunk Tank. Isn't that interesting?
Wow, this is interesting.
2 pets, 2 drunk tanks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow,
it's not our
crazy.
fault.
2 pets and 2 drunk tanks.
That's right.
I wanted the pets, but okay, got the drunk tank. Okay, so this one's not about me, but it's about my mom. You know this story. It was Christmas, And I went back to Wyoming to visit my mom, and my mom and my dad really like to drink daily. It start in the morning until, whenever in the day and into the night. And so my mom had a few too many. Granted, I made them. They were strong. And she went over to the Christmas tree to try to take a few ornament, whatever she was trying to do. She fell into the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree fell over onto all the presents. And it's like all the grandkids were there. And they're just like, what is happening to Grandma? So then I had to walk Grandma down the stairs to get to bed because she was so drunk. And then she starts crying in my arms. And she's like, you don't understand. You left home so early. And I was just like sitting there thinking, because of this situation every Christmas.
Wow.
Wow.
Alina Madison, how about that? She really nailed
Holy
it.
shit.
Danny Zucker.
I mean, you came out of the gate. I had very low expectations. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think we all did. We were all like, brace yourselves. This is going to be a nightmare.
I did too.
And holy fuck. And then you tell this story. I think Kiefer Sutherland played your mom in the movie version of this. Remember that video? He jumped into a Christmas tree. Anyway, that was amazing. I have nothing snarky to say. Beginning, middle, end of that story. A Google amount of points.
All right, Blanca Patch.
Yeah, that was great. Immediately throwing your mom under the bus for her alcoholism. And all these people getting really hammered at Christmas. You can't go wrong with people drunk at Christmas. Or can you? I think we've learned a little something here. I think that drunk grandma was inside us all the time. But anyway, Miami Mom, Danny and I have already written up a treatment. We're going to finish it this weekend.
Sold it in the room.
Yeah, it's already sold it in the room. Elevator pitch. And really, who rescued who?
Cynthia Levin.
Okay, I loved it. It was hilarious. It was funny because when you walked up, I was just wondering if you were drunk yet. And then your whole story, you ended up picking drunk Tank, and you are a little bit drunk. You are a little bit drunk. I can feel. You're loaded. Come on, let's be honest. Come on. Don't lie to this nice audience. Cut it out. All right. I thought you did. You had a wonderful beginning, middle, and end. Absolutely, and we love that. And it reminded me, if anybody can help me with that movie with the guy who dresses like a woman. No, he dresses like a woman, and then he gets really mad at his mom, and he throws her into the Christmas tree. Come on, everybody. It's
Schindler's List.
No.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
No, you guys are idiots. Wait,
Love
what?
Actually.
Humps.
No. This is actually good. This is
To Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Love Julie Newmar.
The director from Detroit, I believe, Michigan, who with the little mustache, he directed
Hitler.
Oh.
Ron Jeremy.
God, this is terrible.
Roger Waters.
Pink
Flamingos. Or
John Waters.
John Waters.
John Waters from
Cry
Pink
Baby.
Floyd would be pretty good.
Was it Cry Baby? Does anybody remember that scene where he throws his mother into the Christmas tree? It's hysterical. Anyway, if you want to laugh, see somebody's mother being thrown to a Christmas tree. Anyway, this was hysterical, and I loved it. And I think, I'm
Amazing.
Thousands of points.
Amazing. Alina Madison, thank you so much. You're going to be back to play the second round. Be careful here. This is so exciting, and that's what's going to happen now. We're going to put all the names back in the can, and no additional names, thank you. Alina, and then there should be one for Clifford. Where's Clifford's, you guys? We got to make sure everybody's in the can, and anyway, we're going to make sure Clifford gets in there, and then we're going to start the second round. Same rules, but it's a 2-minute story. They're going to take care of their own time, as always. The judging, now you guys have a little taste of who these people are. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I totally do.
Really start thinking about, I don't know, being critical. I mean, if it needs to be. I'm not saying it is, because this game is very serious. But all right, you guys, coming up right now to tell it true.
That's how they catch monkeys.
Tell it true. Wow! 2-minute story is. Oh, look at that! It's Alina Madison. Alina, come back up. I'm not even cleaning the microphone.
Oh shit!
Get back up here.
You guys, let's tell Alina what to do.
Spin that wheel.
It's been brought to you by Pedo Cereal. Pediatrician approved. Kids love it. Put Pedos in your mouth. Pedos breakfast cereal.
She landed on mom. Oh man, that's tough.
You mean the alcoholic?
No, there's got to be much more. There's got to be so many more stories.
Okay,
Just
does it have
take
to
a
be
moment.
my mom?
Please let it
could
be your
mom. If you're a mom.
Okay, I'll just talk about me as a mom. Okay, so I have a now 15-year-old daughter, and I'm more lenient with her, but I'm still like helicopter mom. But I literally had her like basically have help until tonight. Her nanny's there tonight from when she was a newborn baby. Okay, she's 15 years old, and she's like a very mature 15-year-old. So I have instilled in her to be frightened of basically everything because I'm really paranoid about medication and having allergic reactions and all this other stuff because I've had a few allergic reactions, well, anaphylactic reactions, but so it's not, it's not fun. So my poor child is like, anytime, like anything, she's like, oh my God, I'm going to get hives, or Mom, you're scaring me because you're like, you can't do anything, because I've just like really instilled like the fear in her of like doing anything. Like literally, now I have to talk her into doing stuff because she does get really scared about things. So I'm like, no, it's okay. And she's like, but you told me that, I was going to die and stop talking about dying. And I'm going to, like, I can't laugh and eat at the same time because I'm going to choke, which she almost did, by the way. She almost did one time. Like, it got you were there. Like, I literally was like, oh my God, the Heimlich maneuver. I know the Heimlich. And then I'm like, well, do I actually know the Heimlich maneuver? Because I do, but it was just like at the time, the pressure. And one time she did choke, and I had to get the little thing and give her like the baby Heimlich maneuver, which is frightening, by the way. And so, like, I give her mixed messages, and I'm trying to be more consistent now, but she always throws in my face because she is the 15-year-old, adolescent, that how wrong I am about everything. And again, you're there. You hear this. She's like completely right about everything. And I can't argue with her because I don't want to go back to telling her like my opinion about everything all the time. So we're just kind of at an interesting state in our relationship. But she's super sweet. And I will say that just being a mom is challenging.
Elena Madison, that's a great mom story. I loved it. Blank a patch.
I love the shock ending there.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Did everybody see my hair turn white? It was great.
Oh my God.
I love the story. That was fantastic. I could listen to you talk for hours. You'd be great in a car. I have an 8-year-old, so I'm going to take your tip and start instilling fear in him. I love it. My mom instilled a lot of fear that I'm still working out. I love you did a lot of crowd work. It's great. You brought your own crowd, but it still counts. I'm going to do some joke later about baby Heimlich, about people going back in time to kill baby Heimlich. That'll be good. And Danny and I are halfway through Helicopter Mom, so we're coming up with some great scripts here. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. Thank you. Great job.
Danny.
I mean, like, you are a good talker, for God's sakes. I mean, this story did not have a beginning, middle, and end. And I normally would take points off. It was just like you have fear and all that. I didn't give a shit. This was like fucking jazz. You're. No, I was very impressed, and I mean, I can't wait to read your daughter's book. I think it's gonna be a real page turner. Joan Crawford-esque. I'm excited. However many points you want, you can just take them. Okay, there you go.
Blaine, what were you going to say?
No, I already went.
I know, but you looked like you were going to say something.
No, I was going to waiting for you to look away so I could put these back in the can.
I knew it.
You caught me.
Cynthia Levin.
Okay, so yeah, I thought this was great. Once again, and I loved your crowd work. I love that you had the wherewithal to go, yeah, you were there. You were really chill. You were very relaxed. It was a hilarious story. And I'm just curious about your mom. What were you trying to avoid being like with your daughter? What happened to you? I mean, what were you trying to avoid being like with this whole, like, instilling fear? Because what was your mother like?
Crazy.
Just give me one example of crazy. Can I?
Microphone. Yeah.
So you just made her afraid of falling into Christmas trees. Is that what? Did you tell her that might happen to her?
She was there.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, so she was already afraid. So you just made her more afraid.
Crazy, yeah.
Okay, I loved it. Yeah, no, I I love the words you use. I love instilling fear in her. And you were there. I mean, and just, I think it was a great job. Really good. Cheers.
Alina Madison.
Bravo.
Let her hear it. Great job, Alina Madison. Loved it. All right, you guys. Next person coming to the stage to tell a true 2-minute story. I'm so excited. Coming up right now is the very talented Clifford Nagorski. Clifford! Come on up, Clifford! All right, you guys, let's tell him what to do. Spin!
Spin that wheel.
This has been brought to you by Del Rey's Manscaping. We're gonna get in there. Del Rey's Manscaping.
Birthdays.
What is
Birthdays.
Birthdays. Okay.
Birthdays were no friend of mine. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. So I sat there. I was one of those kids that went into school, 2nd grade, and announced to the teacher, I don't celebrate my birthday or pledge the allegiance. I really let them know what was going on. I was that son of a bitch who I had, everyone was doing a turkey hand, and I was like, too close to the holidays, too close, so they would give me just a sun to make out of macaroni, and it was horrible. I would say Halloween was the most frightening holiday. That's when my dad would call and just tell us, this is Satan's favorite holiday. He is just happy today. He's jacking off in the clouds today. And I would be like, oh, my God, Dad, no. He's like, yeah, can you feel it? He's closer than ever today. So, no, all the holidays were demonic and pagan, really, Christmas, fucking Santa, jacking off. Something horrible. Santa's doing something horrible. It was always spun to me what a nightmare all the holidays should be. Don't get me started on St. Patrick's Day. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Blow the lid right off you. Really, holidays were a nightmare, and that's why I've been drinking heavily. I'm a little dead inside. I apologize to the judges, but it's right after the day of the demonic turkey, and now I'm done.
Clifford Nagorski. Let him hear it. Stay right here.
Wow.
Clifford Nagorski. Wow.
I mean, come on.
He landed on birthdays. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Danny Zucker.
First of all, that was a dead-on impression of every guy I've ever sat next to at a bar, telling a story. It had everything. It had, the topic was birthdays, but no, you're not going to be constrained by that. You're going to get to Halloween and Satan jacking off, and you play by your own rules. You Kerouac the fuck out of that. 90 million points.
Blanca Patch.
I have macaroni sun to black hole sun in my head now. That's kind of nice. A lot of jacking off. It was weird. A lot of Jehovah's Witness jacking off things makes you wonder about the Michael Jackson thing. I don't know if you saw the documentary or no. Michael Jackson, he's the Thriller guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Apparently, he was not a good person, but his music was so great that we justify his horrible actions because we like his music. Great music, you guys.
No, that's true.
Let's give it up for Michael Jackson, everybody. Wish I would have been able to see him live. What an incredible talent.
Rest in power.
Anyway, I do want to get you started on St. Patrick's Day.
There's a lot of jacking off.
Green. Is it green? Yeah. Oh, I went too far. I crossed the line.
That's jacking on. That was fantastic. Well done. Thank you.
Cynthia Levin.
Okay. Well, again, you said it yourself. You're kind of like are you drunk right now?
No.
Little buzz. Just from your life, dead inside, like you said, just dead inside. Yeah.
Go for the microphone.
Have you ever?
Clifford.
Have you ever?
Generally, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Have you? Because I just wanted you to get fucking pissed off. I wanted you to just go off on the fucking birthdays. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really-
like, what the
yes.
fuck happened on your fucking 4-year-old birthday? I want to fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, let that shit out because it needs to come out. Then you and I can get married. Otherwise, we're fucked. You get that?
I got you.
Do you know what I mean? I need a man who can get in touch with his rage. How many times? Now, were you? I mean, you know, and then get through it, and then don't hit. You know what I mean? Just use it on something else. But did you ever get married? Did you ever go that far?
I got married because I had
Oh,
to.
that's what I'm saying.
But then divorced.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then since then, what have you been doing?
Just music and this sort of thing.
Yeah, music is light on you. They're easy. It's easy on you, isn't it? Just
is.
it leaves you alone.
It does.
Music leaves you
Peaceful.
alone. God
Yes.
damn it. God damn. I do want to see your rage. That's what I'm saying. I was interested in that St. Patty's Day experience just as much as Blaine was. But anyway, we all love you very much, and I'd like you to hit something. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Clifford Nagorski. Let him hear it, you guys. Clifford Nagorski. That was a great story, wasn't it? Will you open that for me, Blaine?
Yeah, this is a great show, you guys. Give it up for everybody on the show. This is a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
it's been a lot of fun so far, right?
What a show.
Willie in the back. Thanks for the music, Willie. That's working out well. Brian at the bar. He's always working hard. And, of course, Lindsay at the box office. You know, she's the first person you see when you come in here. Lindsay at the box office. And she does a great job.
She
That's
does
all I'm saying.
everybody here. Total pros.
This is like that gender reveal I was at the other day.
Well, look, I might save a life from the coronavirus, although I might kill a man in the audience. All right, you guys, coming up right now for a true 2-minute story. Are you excited? Are you ready for more true stories?
I can't
Then
wait.
keep your hands together. Wait a minute. This says audience. She's been up. Oh, my God. We're having so many bucket issues. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands going and put your hands together big time for Winifred Elam. Winifred!
Winifred!
Here she comes right now. Winifred! You got it. You got it. You're all right with your knees? Okay, there you go. Take your time. All right, you guys, let's tell her what to do. Spin.
Spin.
That
wheel. This has been brought to you by Lamps Minus. We don't have any lamps. And also Extra Weak Tylenol. You won't even know you took it. Extra Weak Tylenol.
Oh, audience. So this is so exciting. You see, this is the moment in the show when we go out to the audience and we ask you guys what stories you might like to hear. So go ahead, throw out some suggestions. Cranberry Sauce hosting a TV show. First date, sex, that's broad. Childhood, the mall. Oh, God. Kidnapping. In-laws.
In-laws.
Hospital. What do you guys think?
I mean, she liked in-laws. I'm all about finding the story that best suits
Is
the
Winifred.
storyteller.
I agree. Okay, let me get out of here, man. Okay, put your hands together for Winifred Elam. She's going to talk about her in-laws for 2 minutes.
Talking about my in-laws would actually take 3 years. I had a mother-in-law who was a bitch. Excuse me. I said, the next man I marry, his mom's going to be dead or 3,000 miles away. This woman, you couldn't do nothing right for her. I was married to an attorney, and I met him at a Harvard mixer, and I graduated from Emerson College, and I have 2 degrees. And we met, and it was like the Barbara Streisand Way We Were movie. Remember how she married Robert Redford, but they were never really right? Yes. And I should have married a guy from Harvard MBA. And he told me to wait for him. I was in love with 2 men at the same time. Oh. That happens. I like that. Who said that? Anyway, we got married, and I was in love with him, but he didn't want me to do comedy or theater. He wanted me to have a child. I wasn't ready. I didn't work for 2 years. I entertained because I'm a good entertainer and like having people over, hosting. But it didn't last. We lasted 3 years, and in the 3 years, it was just up and down. And I said, life is too short. We don't get a round trip ticket to life. We get one fare. We're in here and we're out. I have no more time to waste. So we divorced. I got married on Valentine's Day, divorced on 4th of July. I had a divorce party, a male stripper, a psychic reader, and 10 women. And that's when divorce parties weren't popular. We're talking about over 25 years ago. I don't want to date myself. But it was just amazing. And I said, I will not be getting married again. I got engaged twice after that. A man in Stuttgart, Germany, then a playwright.
Okay, Winifred Elam. Now, she landed on in-laws. I heard something about in-laws. Cynthia Levin, what'd you hear?
What do you mean, what did I hear?
Well, I don't know. What do you think about
what
that
do I
story?
think? That's different. I heard the whole thing.
Okay,
All right,
good.
so anyway. I don't know if I'm supposed to go verbatim, but anyway, but no, well, first of all, again, this is you're interesting. This is interesting. I'm most interested in being entertained by you. I don't mean like that. I don't mean like that in your house. I mean in your apartment. I was entertained. I just want to go in your house and I want to eat something. Anyway, but that's not important. But not you. Again, it's just just whatever it is you're serving. Oh my God, stop it. Anyway, but Winifred. So you're, all right. So you were married, and then you're, divorced, and then you're slut, and so then. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But no, you were busy. You're busy. But in the end, I just felt like you were bragging after a while because I said this is empty for quite some time, and I just think it's rude for you to be talking about everybody's fucking wants to ask you to marry. What is it about you that makes people want to ask you to marry them?
Go to the microphone.
What is it? What do you have?
Whole persona. Everything. People find me intriguing, interesting, intelligent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit, will you marry me?
Come on.
I was getting there myself. Back off, prick. All right, go on now. Go on. Yeah.
But,
Anything else?
I meet a lot of people, and men like interesting women. You know, I had a man in my building I really liked, but he said to me, "You're too much work." And he's an Aquarius. Aquarius men is like dating a married man. They're never available.
Obviously.
I one question. It's just one follow-up question. What's the work? What makes you too much work?
I demand a lot from men.
Okay, just give me one thing. One thing.
One thing, I want them to be on time. I want them to help me if I need help in my place. Forget it. You're going to get a spanking.
Ooh, hey now.
I love her accent. I was just dancing with the guy, man. You remember from Saturday Night Fever? Anyway, all right, that's fine. All right, it's going to be fine. I'm elderly. All right. This was, okay. No, well, anyway, let's talk about it later. But this was great. I am intrigued, and I do want to come to your house for a bit of a party. Well done.
Danny Zucker. Danny.
I was born on January 27th, an Aquarian. I've been told I'm not emotionally available, so I think that's valid.
I'm out front honking right now, Danny. Answer me.
You are smothering me, Blaine.
Buzz me in. Buzz me into your life, Danny.
I need some space.
Whatever. That was not the time anyway. I shouldn't have started.
Look, you opened with bitch, and I
don't curse.
Yeah, but you did, and
we needed it.
I don't know. I don't think you need to
guy.
work so blue. I think you could. I just like us to watch the language up here. No, but that was fucking great. A good story all the way through. I was like blown away, and you're a national treasure. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
All right, Blanca Patch, what do you think?
Harvard Mixer, Macy's party with a bunch of makeup ladies. You are living the life.
Cosmopolitan.
Gold-plated citations. I would like to see what the satanic angle on Valentine's Day and the 4th of July would be, because they seem to be bracketing a very important part of your life that's associated with Aquarius. So I think we'll have an extensive conversation in the parking lot with some clove cigarettes about that later. You and me and Clifford. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. And I got to be honest, if I could date myself, I'd never leave the house. Who rescued who?
Winifred Alam, let her hear it. Winifred, great job. Another
Okay.
great story.
Yeah, we have a new variant coming in, you guys. Everybody
we
ready
got
for
a new
give it up for the new variant,
Give it
everybody.
up for the Omicron. Come on, people. I can't. I'm trying to save lives here. Yank it!
Get it.
Thank you. All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a story on a clean microphone, a true 2-minute story. Oh, I know who's in the bowl because she's the only contestant left. It's the one and only fabulous Teresa Lowe.
Yo.
Teresa Lowe, come on up, sister. All right, you guys, let's tell her what to do.
Bad
Wheel.
Whoa, that's a spin.
The spin brought to you by Spaghetti Peas. Take it to the next level. Spaghetti Peas. Promotional consideration by Swiffer. When you don't feel like cleaning anything, don't really clean anything. With Swiffer.
Interviews.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm a writer for Hustler magazine. Thank you, guys. But my interview process, it was kind of weird. So the way I got the job at first is like my friend found the job off of Craigslist. Yeah, that's how you start off in porn. It's always Craigslist. But she didn't like it, so she actually recommended me instead, and so I took over her job. So I started off for a few months where I was just writing news articles for them, and I was already a journalist before that, but I kind of deluded myself, and so I was like, okay, I'm still a journalist. I was just taking news articles and making them funny, and then the articles would just be covered with porn. I was like, that's it. So I really... I did not grasp that I was working in pornography. And then about a year later, they're like, oh, do you actually want to move on and work for the magazine? And I was like, okay, sure. So they actually called me in to interview with the head editor. So I went down to the Larry Flint building in Beverly Hills, and I show up to the front desk, like, to check in, and the guys start smirking at me, and I was like, oh, okay, they think I'm about to model or something, and I was like, they can't hide the smirks. And then I go upstairs and I go to the main floor of the Larry Flint office, and it looks like a mansion. Like, I was like, oh, this is very interesting. And I was like, oh, okay, it looks like it's actually like in his house. And then when I actually like go to the offices, it just looks like regular offices. So it was kind of like an interesting thing there. And then when I meet my editor, she calls me into her office and she starts to just take out the Hustler magazines. And she starts to just like flip through them in front of me as she's telling me about what my job will be. And so she's just kind of like, oh, you're going to be writing this and this and this. And I'm just looking at all these like vaginas. And I have to pretend that like this is normal. I was like, yeah, okay. And I was like wanting to die laughing. But I never did because I was like, I really want to get this job. But okay, anyway, I kept it together and I work there now. So,
wow, Teresa Lowe, that was a wonderful story. It really stuck to the topic of interviews. I loved it. Cynthia, go.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, throw it out here. All right, so that was great. That was great. And, I mean, immediately your first line was hilarious, if I could find it. I think I wrote it down. But anyway, but writer for Hustler magazine. Holy crap, well, that's amazing. It's interesting. I thought it was a good story. I was just thinking, though, that I could tell you're sort of like, because I wanted to know what you were feeling, like when you walked up and when you went in the building and then you do you know what I'm saying? Like what was going emotionally. But then I realized you're a news writer, too. Do you know what I'm saying? And so you're good for that. You're good for that. So a little bit more emotion. Again, I'm always after emotion because I have nothing else to offer. So I need it from other people too, so I don't look like so much of a dick. But I thought this was a great story, and yeah, really well done. Well done. Cheers.
Blanket patch.
I was.
You can clap. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead and clap.
Yeah. She was great. Amazing.
I was trying to come up with Hustler news articles the whole time, so all I could really come up with was that ship that got lodged in the Suez Anal. But you're right, vaginas are pretty funny. I would be laughing the whole time. That would be fucking hilarious if I was in an office getting interviewed. Just, vaginas. I had to bank some sperm. So I didn't mean to tell this story. I had to bank some sperm. So I went to USC and I was banking sperm. And they put me in this room. And I'm sorry, I'm a grown man. I don't care. And they have like equipment. they have like a TV and they have some porn. They have like DVDs and they have some magazines. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to touch the TV or sit in the chair they have. But I'm flipping through the magazines and there's an interview with Sarah Silverman I ended up reading. I'm like, oh, cool. It's her and Jack Black. They're talking about, like, hey, I'm supposed to be jerking off. Anyway, that was pretty funny. And Danny and I have already pitched a show, which is like the Playboy Mansion, but with Larry Flint instead of Hef. And he just wheels around in a robe. And Fred Durst throws up in a bird bath. 9 billion points. That was great. Thank you.
Great job. Yeah, Danny Zucker, what do you think?
I mean, interview came up. The transition from interview to hustler, I mean, that's a very difficult maneuver. And you stuck the landing on that for me. My twins were conceived via in vitro. Oh. And I was, and I had that experience of I just as a hobby, I frequently would jerk off into a cup. But here, I was able to, actually use it to create my beautiful daughters. But I was very nervous. And I was making jokes, and like they said, "Is this what you?" They were showing me the grossest porn I'd ever seen. Oh. And so I was just doing a joke to the nurse. I said, hey, do you have any gay stuff? And it did not go over well with the nurse. But no, that's amazing. I want to read your work, put it on my fridge. And congratulations on an amazing story.
Teresa Lowe, let her hear it. Teresa Lowe, great job. I actually worked at the Flint building myself, you guys. I did. I worked at the Flint building about 20 years ago. I dubbed a little French porn. Thank you. I did. I dubbed French porn. It was a super easy gig. Can you turn that music down just a little bit?
Sacre blue balls.
Yeah. Well, listen, what was so cool about it is I didn't have to do like the oohs and ahs because like that's in every language. You know what I mean? That's the same. I didn't have to do
language
that.
of love.
I just had to say things like, Billy, my cousin's coming to town and she's got to sleep on the couch. Like stuff like that. That's what I would say.
Mon Dieu.
Exactly, yes. And
I
then,
thought you sounded familiar, Kristen.
yeah, so I dubbed this French porn. And the only thing I had to say that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with, but of course I said it because it's, it was a job. And that was turn me over and fuck me in the ass. Thank you. Oui, s'il vous plaît.
Wow. I didn't know you did golden shower stuff.
That was.
Exactly.
I'm giving you
no more.
a 1,000. Oh,
1,000 points.
You get
Thanks,
1,000
Cynthia.
points for that.
Guys, we're putting these names back in the bin. Clifford, no, I think we don't even have to. Let's not even put them in the bin. Let's put them on the table. And that's right. You pick. You have a very difficult job. We're going to put a minute on the clock, and this is when these folks are going to decide who goes on to the third round. So we don't know what's going to happen, but I wanted to tell you that I appreciate again that you guys all came out tonight to see Story Smash. Thank you. We sold out 3 years every month here, right here on this stage, 3 years until the pandemic, and now we're back, of course. It's been 4 months, and we're happy to be back. Our next gig here at the Improv is on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, that's right, ringing in 2022 with a few true stories. You can buy your ticket now from Lindsay in the front. She'll help you out. One more time on behalf of, look right down here, Jim Coughlin in the front. Jim Coughlin. He helps me every goddamn month. An amazing man. And we've got Brian at the bar. Brian at the bar. He's also a manager here at the Improv. So, and then Willie in the back. Willie's a great guy. I love him. And this game show has a website. How about that? StorySmashShow.com. StorySmashShow.com. Head over to the website, see what's going on there, and then follow Story Smash on Instagram at Story Smash. Yes? Yes. And guess what? Tonight's episode is going to be on the Storyworthy podcast. That's my podcast, and it's going to be on Storyworthy in a couple of weeks, or maybe this week. It just depends on when I get to it. I have been podcasting, by the way, you guys. I don't know if you knew this, but I've been podcasting for over 11 years.
Wow.
Holy shit.
11 years. And I have made hundreds of dollars. hundreds of dollars. All right, you guys.
You've had everybody on your show, and doesn't she have a delicious voice?
Aw, that's so sweet.
aside from everything else you can see, I mean, the voice is unbelievable.
voice
So sweet. Are there two
Ridiculous.
names in here?
There
Yes,
are.
there are.
They're lying to me.
No,
They're
it's
all-
a true. This is the first thing we did right.
They're all going to be blank. I know that for a fact. You
You
guys,
don't know
come on
that.
up right now for a true 3-minute story. That's exciting. Is the
No. What?
you bitches?
Oh, he did do.
You
He
bitches.
did fuck
Oh,
up. He did fuck
the
up. I'm sorry.
audience member.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, the audience member's coming up. Alina Madison, come on up, sister. Alina Madison. All right. This is very exciting.
Very rare, I might point out. That
It
the
is
audience
rare.
member
That's
makes it to
so
the
true.
finals.
It's so true, Danny. It is rare. Let's tell Alina Madison what to do.
Spin
that
wheel.
25 minutes. It's a 25-minute story.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, you're just prepping for that car ride. There we go.
Oh, audience, look at that. Alina
Wait. That's like a
Madison.
double negative, isn't it?
She landed on audience. No, wait a minute. Why? Wait.
No.
No. We're good, audience. So you guys now have the opportunity to throw out some suggestions for a true 3-minute story. What do you want to hear? Winning.
Winnings?
Weddings.
Oh, weddings.
Weddings. What? First job.
I heard
What?
I heard three-way back there.
I mean,
Three-way.
That
God.
means somebody's had one.
They're so dirty, aren't they, this audience? Best day of your life.
Oh. I'd say their worst day, I prefer.
First divorce. Bus rides.
Those are also sickening. What else? What else we got?
Most embarrassing incident.
She's panicking.
Okay, no, I'll take bus ride.
Wow.
Oh my God, that
I
is
not have expected
so
that.
Everybody has a
bold.
sickening bus ride.
Very
story.
exciting. Put your hands together for Alina Madison. Come on. This is not easy. We're going to hear a story about a bus ride for 3 minutes. Woo!
Okay, so I have a couple of bus rides.
Oh my God.
The first one I remember, I lived in New Orleans, and I took a bus to and home from school. I had this best friend named Cricket, and I got bit by a bee that day, and my hand blew up like really big, and then we're in the bus ride on the way home, and I remember that she was sitting next to me, and this bus was super crowded. I mean, this was like it was the biggest yellow bus ever, super crowded. She's sitting right next to me, and she literally looked really like woozy and not good, and then I'm sitting by the window with my giant, bee bitten hand, and she threw up on my hand and on the window, and the window was not down, and it was like, so like I had throw up bee hand, and it was like literally all of lunch and whatever the pizza was. It was just terrible. So that was one bus ride. And then the other bus ride was when I lived in Wyoming, and we had to take the bus. Literally, I know everyone always talks about, well, you don't understand. When I was a kid, I had to walk in the snow and do all this stuff for 5 miles. But no, this was really my life, like for real. Because we lived in Wyoming. My dad was a park ranger. We had to take this like teeny little bus that this guy named Wes drove with his cowboy hat and his mustache that curled like this. And it was me and my sister on the bus. And we would take these other couple of kids that lived out in the country too. And there was this girl on the bus, and her name was Tave. I know these are all crazy names, but her name was Tave. And she talked like this all the time. And I was always like, why is she talking like that? But she really talked like that. And so we're on the bus, and she was always said she was car sick, and the road was really curvy and stuff. And then she threw up too on my lap, and it brought back all this trauma from cricket, from this girl Tave. So anyway, so then we'd had to get off the bus and literally walk down into the valley, and then walk back up the bus the next day to get on this teeny little bus. So then another time the bus gets stuck in the snow, and we're sitting on this bus with this crazy old guy. And when I look back about it now, I'm like, how on earth did my parents let us young, like little adolescent teenagers go on this bus with this crazy guy named West or Tex, or honestly, I don't remember what his name was, but he was so weird, and my parents were okay with that, and like they didn't even care, and like we had to walk down by ourselves, and it was like not even a big deal. So it's like I've always had like a thing about going on buses. So then my daughter wanted to go on a bus with the nanny that we've had forever because I'm helicopter mom. So Maria, who's there, as you know, with her tonight, takes her on like the public bus that she never told me about, and I'm like,
Alina Madison,
Wow.
let her hear it. Wow.
I mean, Jesus.
Bus stories, amazing.
I mean, you are the Prairie Home Companion on meth.
It's amazing.
Like, it's Tales from Lake Trailer Park. It's insane. You got 3 bus stories in there. I mean, I've never been on a bus, and I was raised very wealthy and then became even wealthier, which makes me. I think that's relatable to people. I was saying this story to my butler the other day, wow, you're a great story. Can I ask you a question? What's your day job?
Mom.
No, besides my mom, are you like a public? You're not just some schlub out of the audience, are you?
Yeah.
You are a schlub?
Danny,
You're very talented.
Hang on, I have some information.
Please let me know. This feels like
she's an actress.
5-time Grammy winner.
I could tell she's an actress.
And she's a model.
Hello.
She's been a model
Who
forever.
stays
of
this
course.
fit?
She's gorgeous.
Who
Look
the
at this
fuck
woman.
does that but
yeah,
dumb
no,
actors?
that was amazing.
That was great.
was amazing.
It was great, of course.
Cynthia Levin.
Yeah, I loved all of it. I loved your details. I love Wes with the mustache, and I love that now that you have like throw up, whatever the fuck you had B hand. I mean, just like all these things. I love that you describe what was in the barf. I love that pizza. I mean, I love visuals. I do. It made me happy, specifics are brilliant. And then I just, I would have liked, it was funny because I wrote down callback because you could have done a callback. It's like, why would my parents do that? Because they're fucking loaded. That could have been a callback. But then you did a callback with the daughter, which was brilliant. You see how it just kind of came around. And you were like, but I told my daughter, and it was just like, you just nailed it. So it's almost like you just have this like just way about you, just sort of like you're just able to tell story and not get ahead of it. You know what I mean? You're just in it. So that was beautiful. Well done. Cheers. Thank you. I loved them all.
Yeah, just great. Blanket patch.
I like the way you tagged back anaphylactic shock again. Because you talked about it before that you had went into shock, and then this time you got stung by the bee and your hand swelled up, which was funny because you imagined the giant hand. And then, but it also reminded me of the scene in 1917 where he got stabbed in the hand and then later put his hand through the corpse. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, that was cool.
And the whole rest of the time, it's like, oh, not only did your hand smell like a corpse, but also it'll get infected.
Yeah.
Because that was a horrible, horrible movie about war. So that was great. The way you were going to make your daughter afraid of buses, again, just masterwork. New Orleans, Wyoming, it's all there, the anaphylactic shock. And Danny and I are already halfway through our script, Wild Wild West. So thanks for that. Fantastic job. Well done.
Alina Madison, let her hear it. Wow. That was really great. Like you said, Danny, for an audience member, it's like she's the dark horse all of a sudden.
I would suggest she's the best audience member I've ever seen.
I mean, I would suggest.
You know
I'll
what?
suggest.
I think they're all the best audience members we've ever seen, Danny.
Okay, there's no name on this paper. You guys. I don't know who's coming. Blanket patch, who's coming to the stage? Let me know.
Oh, it's Teresa Lowe.
Teresa Lowe! Come on, sister, let's hear it. Here she comes, you guys. Teresa Lowe. The Sugar Baby Club. Let her hear it. That wheel! Nice spin.
The spin brought to you by 3 Guys Burgers. Fuck those other 2 guys. 3 Guys Burgers. And 7 Guys Burgers. Now there's too many guys. 7 Guys Burgers.
Did you land on this before, Pets? Okay, here we go. Let's tell her again, you guys.
Spin that
wheel again.
This has been brought to you by Jack Daniel's 2% milk. 2% milk, 98% Jack Daniels. Get your breakfast on with Jack Daniel's 2% milk.
All right, here she goes. It's spinning around. Oh my God, it's going to land on hooking up. Hooking up.
Hooking up.
Hooking up with an
Hooking
H?
up. The Hustler writer is going to talk about hooking up.
Okay.
Dear Penthouse Forum, my fan fiction is working out.
Okay, so there was a period of my life where I was having problems dating, so I actually paid to go to a dating seminar, and it was called. It was downtown. It was called How to Control Men. And I didn't realize it was a BDSM training seminar. So I go there, and her name was Mistress Tara Indiana. And she told all of us ladies how to control men through domination. And she was like, yeah, you can tell these men to do all this stuff, and they'll do it. They'll give you money. They'll clean your house. And I was like, this sounds amazing, you know? And so she also told us where we could find them. And one of the places was Craigslist. There's a theme of Craigslist in my life. And so I went home, and I was like, I'm going to do it, you know? I was like, this is fate. This is my life, you know? So I put up a Craigslist ad, and I say, like, I'm an Asian dominatrix looking for submissive men. Yeah, and I got 200 responses in an hour. And then Craigslist actually, like, deactivated the listing. I think what happened is, like, other people, like, the other subs don't want competition, so they report you. But from the 200 listings, they were all real people, so I was, like, weeding through them. I was, like, treating it like a job interview process. I was like, this is who I want. So there's this one guy, he was, like, a French guy, and I was like, okay, so I started talking to him, and then I met up with him, and we talked about, like, what his goals were, and I guess, like, since he was a young man, he, like, loved to be dominated by, like, bossy ladies, and I was like, I don't really want to have sex with you, is that okay? And he said, sure. And so our agreement was that he would come to my house and be, like, my maid, and so... So that's what he actually did. Like, he would come to my house, and I would, like, yell at him, and then he would, like, wash my dishes, and I'd be like, you're a dumb bitch, and he would just, like, clean everything and, like, love it. And he even, like, did my laundry. Like, he would take the laundry to his place, and he'd bring it back. It was, like, a good, like, fluff and fold kind of situation. I was like, this is amazing. But then after, like, a few months, he was kind of like, hey. Yeah, I got away with it for a while. But then after a few months, he actually was like, hey, can you do a chastity cage, which is, like, this cage you put on your penis. And, like, I would have the key, so I would have to actually, like, touch his penis. Oh. And I was like, well, I don't really want to touch your penis, but you can do it in front of me. And then he got kind of, like, fed up that I wouldn't touch his penis. And so he, like, disappeared, and I lost him. So that was my hookup story.
Wow, Teresa Lowe. Now, you guys don't realize this, but she landed exactly on 3 minutes. What a story. That was fantastic. Danny Zucker.
There is no greater disconnect between how you look and the life you've led. 1 billion points.
1 billion points, blank batch.
I loved that you're on Craigslist all the time. Very savvy. A lot of kids on TikTok, but Craigslist is where it's at. I know that I'm going to do this for Danny. Terry, Indiana. That cracked me up. Man. Other subs made me think of some Jared Fogle jokes. I'm not going to do those. No sex is bossy. I've known that for years. Yell at a guy and he does your stuff. That's my marriage. That was fantastic. And really, who rescued who, Danny? Hey, that was great. Great stories.
It really was. It was great. Cynthia Levin.
Yeah, this was hilarious. And I'm going to do a little commercial. Please do it. Craigslist. All the best stories start on Craigslist. Okay. But I didn't. It's not a good voice, but I tried. No, you guys.
No, it's like Brenda Macara was in the room.
All right, and we're back. So anyway, but But actually, Craigslist is the only dating site I use, so I'm with you because they come on there like thousands of them, and you just can't keep them down. It's so exciting. Anyway, I'm glad you're still on there. You're doing great. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I wrote down so many things. It's just so fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I don't even know where to begin. But what's amazing is that you did this. Do you know what I mean? What's wrong with you? No, I'm just saying, like, no, really, like, what's wrong with you?
A lot is wrong with
A lot is wrong with you. So, are you like a rebel inside? You don't give a fuck? Are you cold? I mean, what? How do you do that?
I think I was a middle child. I just blame that.
Is that all it has to happen?
That's it.
Do you mean my sister's like fucking slut bag too?
I feel like I need to
just
hug
kidding.
my middle child
Yeah.
right now. I have 3 children, and I need to give her a big
yeah,
hug.
you should. But I just think it's so interesting that you were cool with all of that. And did he pay you? Did you pay him? I missed something.
He would buy me stuff, but I never paid him. He would buy me stuff.
So all you did.
Yeah.
So these fuckers just wanted to be yelled at and wanted to do stuff and give you things. So they wanted a relationship without any love whatsoever.
Yes.
That's terrific. I think you're a good person. Well done. No, it was a great story. It was really brilliant.
Teresa, if you could share that email later, that'd be great. All right, Teresa Lowe, let her hear it, you guys. Teresa Lowe. Well. We have come to the end of another Story Smash. And these guys have a very difficult decision right now to choose who's going to actually go home with the Story Smash trophy of chocolate chip cookies. And let's put a minute on the clock. Shall we do that? Let's give them 1 minute. And we'll see what happens. Again, you guys, let's give it up for Brian at the bar. Brian. And Willie in the back. Willie in the back. Jim Coughlin right in front of me, helping me out as always. And on your way out, say goodbye to Lindsay. And by the way, you guys, we're going to be in the bar right next door after the show. Come on over to the bar. Buy me a drink. No, I'll buy you a drink. But we want to see you over there. And, okay, they're still working. It's okay.
No, we're done.
Oh,
they're done. That was fast.
It got ugly, but
Okay, let me ask you, Danny, was it a difficult decision?
yeah, I mean, not my choice. These guys really, I'm furious, but
Really?
I was
so you
outvoted.
got dominated 2 to 3.
Whoever, I basically cleaned their apartments and got yelled at right here.
Cynthia, was it a hard game for you tonight? Was it difficult? First time here at the Improv doing this particular show.
No, because the audience was really fun. And
give yourselves a round of applause.
And
I agree.
The club is always amazing, and the performers were great, and they were and you're great. So, and these guys were great. So, I mean, really, how hard could it be then? You know what I mean?
This is one of my favorite shows. I'm going to go, I've done like 50 of them. This is a great one.
Yeah, Danny, it's true. You should have a crown or maybe a cape.
I've been waiting. No, I don't. Where would I put it?
Where would he put another Emmy?
Just
Blaine,
more money.
Blaine, was it a difficult decision? Did you guys really fight or what?
Well,
He rolled over immediately, by the
Yeah,
way.
they-
Danny's full of shit.
They told me what to do, and I did it because
How
I don't want to.
dare you?
Oh, here we go.
Because last time Danny did the thing where he cracked a couple of eggs into the vents under my car's windshield wipers.
Yeah.
And didn't tell me about it, and I had to sell my car
Burn.
because he's that kind of a guy.
That was a sick burn.
But hey, just a quick public service announcement, you guys. Don't forget to set your clocks back tonight. Tonight's the night.
You guys, the winner of Story Smash November 2021 and the winner of these chocolate chip cookies is who, Danny Zucker?
Who is it? What's her name?
Elena Madison.
Oh,
Madison.
shit! Elena Madison! This has never happened in the history of Story Smash.
It's never
Our
happened.
audience member takes it all. Come on up. We're going to take a photograph. Thank you again so much, Clifford Nagorski. Give it up. Winifred Elam, amazing.
Right.
Teresa Lowe, incredible. Danny Zucker, Cynthia Levin, and Blake Apache. My name is Christine Blackburn. Good night. Yay!
Promotional consideration for Story Smash brought to you by Rice Pilaf. When you really should have gotten a baked potato, now that you think about it, Rice Pilaf. And dog fudge, non-toxic fudge for dogs. Not tested on animals, dog fudge.
What's that place you've always wanted to try? Well, you're there, sharing plates with...
Just one bite.
Or on second thought, maybe not sharing. It's that good. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Sure, we have 30 seconds to tell you that drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. But then what? Well, we could try to fill the remaining time with awkward pauses. It's often done for comedic effect. Is it working? I can't tell if this is funny. Maybe this is so bad it's funny. Wow, we really peaked at the save big when you switched to Progressive part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The holidays start here at Baker's with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. Whether you're making a traditional roasted turkey or spicy turkey tacos, your go-to shrimp cocktail, or your first Cajun risotto, Baker's has all the freshest ingredients to embrace your traditions. Baker's, fresh for everyone.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide. Look for the locked in low prices tags and enjoy extra savings throughout the store. Baker's, fresh for everyone.